Easter, usual stuff that goes on there. Need I say more? And I do apologise for the reader bags under my eyes. I have been writing profusely and reading profusely. At the moment I'm reading Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, and it's a cozy series that's now been turned into a Hallmark TV series for a while now called Murder, She Baked, and it's by an author called Joanne, Joanne, but I can never remember her last name, and it's one of those last names you feel like you should, I think it's Joanne Fluke, I'm pretty sure that's it. So yeah, and then I'm also reading a bunch of other books, and it's nice to step away from my own work as an author and then decompress by sitting, reading and going into someone else's fantasy world and just switching off and all that lovely stuff. So yeah, please do, I do apologise for my possibly unkempt thing. I've also got no makeup on as well, so I don't think that helps either. But anyway, so I'm here to review a fantastic book. I cannot actually put into words how much I thoroughly enjoyed this story. This is a story by a chap called Grant Andreasen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this is the picture on Amazon. So you can get it on Amazon for £2.45, that's GBP. So there's the cover. It's so good. You can see right at the bottom, there's like this little elf character, like right here, and then there's the main protagonist team there. It gave me, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played the computer game. If you're from the 90s, perhaps you have. Simon the Sorcerer really gave me that kind of like, you're in this mystical world, there's like battles, there's gory scenes in this. There are gory scenes, but not overbaked, not sort of that have you pulling the book away from you and sort of being like, oh God, I can't cope with that, it's too much. It's very sort of quick and flowing and moving, and the description of the characters and what they're wearing, it isn't overdone, it's done in a really nice balanced way, so it doesn't tax on the mind, like, you know, right down to the finite details of the polished buttons and everything. Like, each to their own, but I just don't need that much information when I'm talking, or reading I should say, about, you know, a book that I'm following. Hello, somebody's on the live with me. Hello, I hope you're an avid reader, because I am talking about a book right now called True Quest. And if you are a fan of the film The Labyrinth with David Bowie in, really good film, absolutely loved that growing up, you'll love this, absolutely love this story. It also gave me vibes of Willow, the one that Val Kilmer was the sort of naughty knight in. That was a really, really good film as well. So as I was reading the story, I was kind of remembering the things I grew up with, and I was like, oh, this is really giving me the feels, like mystical, magical adventure and journey. But also the ending really surprised me. It was not an ending I thought it was going to be. There was like a twist at the end, and I kind of sat back a bit and I was like, wow, did not see that coming. So I'm just going to read you guys the synopsis as well. But yeah, if you like role-playing games, hello everybody, hello, I am doing a book review this afternoon for the lovely Grant Andreasen called True Quest. It's really good. I'm just going to show you the cover again. It's such a good read, it really is. It's just mystical, magical, not for children, because there are scenes, battle scenes, a bit of gore in there and all that jazz. So yeah, it's a young adult, I'd say from about 15, 16 and above. So let's see if my Kindle is going to play ball. There we go. Because the internet's so low. Okay, so it's a very short, snappy synopsis that, I mean, there's just so much in this book. That's why I struggled to put it into words. Like, the world is phenomenal. This guy's done such an amazing job building it, and it's written really well. It's been edited very, very well. So the synopsis reads as, Ontar and Echo's first mistake might be their last. a failed mission for the Thieves Guild. So instantly I'm thinking Terry Pratchett, the Thieves Guild, I'm already liking it. Has earned them the ire of the necromancer Narcos, and he has no patience for the living. Looking to make it up to the guild and hoping for their protection, the pair seek out a renowned mystical sword as reparation. Unfortunately, Narcos also searches for the blade, for it is the key to releasing a demon who knows the location of an even... Oh! It dropped out, so I don't know why. It just kind of stops. I don't know if that's my Kindle or the actual synopsis. How bizarre. Hang on. Maybe if I turn it that way. Maybe it's the screen. Here we go. So yeah, it seems to be reading better if I turn the screen. Okay, so Narcos also searches for the blade, for it is the key to releasing a demon. Seriously, this demon had the hair on the back of my necks. Like necks, I have one neck, standing up. Like, I was like, oh, proper dark vibes. I'll probably sleep with the light on now. So releasing a demon who knows the location of an even greater artifact, one that will shape the very destiny of the realm itself. But the demon has his own plans. I'm not going to say anything further on that because I don't want to put any spoilers in there. Now, Ontar and Echo are trapped between the dead and a demon, and they're running out of time. Fail again, and the world pays an unspeakable price. Total annihilation. So this would be an amazing, like, one-off film. You know, that's why I was thinking of like The Labyrinth and Willow, and I think there's like a spin-off series now with Willow all these decades later. But I think this is the story that could keep giving because the world's being built. I think there's potential for like maybe spin-off stories, maybe for other characters of the same world. So I'm excited to see where this author's going to go with this narrative. I'll just give you some of the reviews to give you guys an idea. So it's rating 4.1 out of 5 stars, which is a really, really good rating. So it gives you the impression as well that, you know, don't just take my word for it, like the people are speaking. So someone called Christina said they loved it. I really enjoyed this. I was so easily absorbed into this fantasy world and it became an addictive page turner. It's seriously addictive. Like, because I'm in the throes of Rebecca Yarros's Fourth Wing series, that it kind of complements that because you're going from like mystical world into like another mystical world. You really end up believing in the power of magic and there is never a dull moment. Seriously, like the momentum of this story is very Lord of the Rings. Like, it's constantly moving. It's so well written. It was welcome relief from my boring work routine and an escape from reality. That's so true. Emotive, powerful, with lots of action. If it's adventure you're looking for, this book will not disappoint. Seriously, if you like fast-paced stories that you could just digest in an afternoon, or if you're on a long flight or you're traveling, you're going on holiday, you just want something to like take yourself away from life for a little while. Oh God, so good. Okay, another review says, this is an inspiring and imaginative tale that sets the stage for an epic adventure with its compelling characters, richly detailed world, and a narrative brimming with heart and excitement. The story captivates from the very first page. Readers are given a meaningful and captivating experience as Echo and Ontar's adventure is as much about personal development and discovery as it is about action and bravery. Andreasen makes the narrative inspirational and approachable by deftly incorporating themes of friendship, bravery, and tenacity. There is never a dull moment because of the exciting plot twists and engaging writing. This is so, I'm agreeing with all the points in this. It kind of blew my mind, like really like how good this story is. It's so good. True Quest, the story begins, is a compelling start to what promises to be an epic saga. Oh yeah, so maybe they know already there's going to be other books. I'm so going to read these books and I will review on here because it's a goodie. Leaving readers eager for the next chapter of the journey. That's why I was saying, like, the ending, it was a bit unexpected, but it was the kind of ending where you were like, you could leave it there or you could feature it in like another adventure. So I'm like really excited now, because I'm like, there's gonna be another one. So yeah, 10 out of 10, 5 stars all the way. And like I said, don't just take my word for it, you know, go and read the book. It's like $2.45 on Amazon. It's like, it's a good price. It's super good for what you get in terms of story content. Like, wow. And yeah, it is really good. Now there is a website that Grant told me about, truequest.info. Apparently you can find out more about his bio and the backstory, and I know a few bits and pieces of the project, and I think he said it was like him and his sister that like dreamed up the idea and then put everything together, and then, you know, carried it forward to the book that it is today. And it's got like role-playing game features into the narrative, like it's almost like a role-playing game brought to life sort of thing. And I'm just gonna see if I can find the author profile, because I think I follow him already. Oh, I can't see if there's an author profile on here. Let's see. You absolutely get value for money with this book, 110%. It's really good. So I wonder if I can find out. I can just pull up the website. Hopefully my internet will allow me to do it, because it's been a bit hit and miss. Let's see. Oh, it's found the website. So let's see if I can pull this up for you. Oh, here we go. So this is the website here. So it opens up like this. It says True Quest. The story begins, and then it looks like there's an image at the bottom. Okay, so it's a flag with the sword and the demon head. See, it's a demon with a sword and flames. Whoa. That was my attempt at a cackle. So we've got book reviews, the author. Let's get some information about the author. Ah, here he is. There he is. That's the author, Grant. Say hello to Grant, everybody. There he is on the website. So let's see, nice short snappy intro here. Announcements and ramblings. Hey, I'd like to thank everyone who has had the chance to read the book. I put a lot of time and effort into it. This has been a labour of love, you can tell. I mean, the quality and the consistency of the storytelling is very high up for me. And I read a lot of books. I've been reading from age 3 and I've never stopped. Like, I've gone through all those stages of life, like growing with the books as I've got to like nearly 40 years old. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I hope that you all enjoyed the story. As you may have guessed, there are definitely sequels in the works. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm actually genuinely really excited about this one. Also, it gave me kind of like Final Fantasy vibes with the whole demons and the fighting and the background on like all the characters. So if you're a fan of things like Final Fantasy and that sort of thing, or I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, maybe, you'll love this story. In the meantime, if anyone has an artistic flair and wants to show off their talent, I'd be happy to check out any artwork related to the story. I'm gonna do some drawing for him. That's so cool, because I do drawing, I sketch in my free time. I would love to do that. Maybe it'll feature on the website. If it's really good, I'll even post it on this site, so feel free to capture my imagination. Oh, that's so cool. I might get my kids to draw like some of the characters, so obviously not with reading it because it's not suitable for children. I might say, like, you know, draw like a little elf or a warrior or something super cool like that. In the meantime, for those of you who are interested in my creative process or would like to know what's going on in my head, feel free to check out my blog. Okay. And then below we've got the biography. Wow, it's quite a long biography. I don't know if I'll read it all out. Maybe I'll read out the first paragraph. Here we go. A child of the 1980s, I just happened to be born at a time when the fantasy genre was exploding into mainstream media. drawn to this mystic world of sword and sorcery. I remember sitting in front of the TV and shouting, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" every time I had a chance to watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I have to concur, same generation here, 1980s. Excited by what the realm of fantasy had to offer, I remember being encouraged to daydream and use my imagine after seeing the Neverending Story. Who doesn't love that? That's a fabulous film. In one of my first experiences at a movie theatre, oh wow, we got to watch it at the bloody cinema. I'm so jealous. My growing interest in this area was also enhanced through literature. I can still picture coming home from kindergarten and lying on my mum's bed while she read fairy tales from A Treasury of Hans Christian Andersen. Oh, loved those stories growing up. Delighted by these stories, I looked for others that she could read to me, like Dragalin by Stephen Cosgrove. I'm going to make a note of that because I've not heard of that, and I'm Dragalin. So I am interested. Might be a story I have heard of, but I might need to have my memory reminded. As I grew older, my love of fantasy started to include a variety of different games. Video games in particular provided an interactive experience that I just couldn't get enough of. Looking back, I would say that Joust for the Atari 2600 Junior was probably the first in a long line of fantasy games that ruthlessly consumed the hours of my youth. That's not to say I didn't branch out every now and then. I also made it a summer vacation ritual to sit and binge read, play Joe Dever's Choose Your Own Adventure series Lone Wolf. These are things I wasn't aware of, so I'm intrigued now. I'm going to do a bit of investigating after this. These books served as a foundation for how I would later conduct my role-playing game. However, such a process usually takes place in baby steps. In my case, the first step came about when I got an adventure board game called Hero Quest for Christmas. I can see where his inspiration kicked off now. This was my first experience running an RPG, and it actually required me to have players to go through its many dungeons. Thankfully, my sister Joy stepped up with a friend of hers, and together we were all able to have a good time. So there's lots more information on there about Grant and his background. So I do recommend checking out the website. It's got various sections I will definitely be looking at in more in depth later on. But yeah, that's it. There's not really much else I can say about this amazing story. I mean, it is just blew me away, absolutely blew me away. And I felt really honoured when he reached out and he said, yeah, I'd love to do an author swap and review with you, because sometimes I do author swap reviews, but I'm always up to helping indie authors get more reach, hopefully, by doing blogs or vlogs like this, reviews that are honest and down to earth. You know, I know you have the option for like 5-star review on Amazon, but I would never ever go lower than a 3, just because if it was to give like a lower rating to 5, my explanation for giving 3 is like the hours and the input that author has put into the project. So what makes it a 5 or a 4 or a 5 for me is the story content, how much I enjoyed it while I was reading it. You know, was it fun for me? Did it, you know, hit all my sweet spots as a reader, that sort of thing. So this definitely did, absolutely. So yeah, there you have it. So that's True Quest by Grant Andreasen. You can get it on Amazon for £2.45, which is a steal because it's just so good. GBP, so I don't know, you have to check your Amazon in the country you're in and check the amount that is charged for there. I think usually with my own books, if I set the price in GBP, I keep it the same value like in all currencies across the world, which it automatically sets for you like into euros and other currencies around the world. So yeah, just to keep it as fair as possible. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this review. It has been a while, and I will hopefully be doing another one tomorrow. We shall see how much time I have. But this really has been an honour and a privilege to do this review for this book, for this guy, because it is really good, and I'm so happy there's going to be a sequel. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to review it for him. All right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of your weekends, and yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed the review. If you would like a review yourself, please do feel free to email me, pinkflamingo 484@gmail.com. Maybe just put something in the header like a book review, and then, you know, give a sort of like outline of like what the book is that you want me to review. And yeah, then we can have a little conversation via email, and then I'll request an EPUB version of the story from you, ready to go when I finish reading, to give you a vlog and also a review on Amazon and Goodreads. All right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, and I will see you on the next review. All right, guys, take care. Bye.